How's it going, everyone? Nick Templin here from Template Scouting, and today we're going to be talking about another prospect off my board here, Carson Carls. So he is the fourth highest ranked defenseman on my board, but the number one left-handed defenseman. We're going to be skipping Dax and Rudolph for now as we wait for one of his for a highlight video for him to come out on the channel from Prospect Shifts. Or there is one other channel that I've been keeping an eye on. So if they also post a Dax and Rudolph highlight video, then I will be sure to get on to doing that next. But without further ado, let's get into talking about Carson Carls. He is a very offensive defenseman, put up I think the best numbers out of any CHL draft eligible defenseman this year. And he was a member of Team Canada this year, along with Verhoff at the World Juniors. A couple of nice things on his resume that way this year. So let's get into watching him. I think I came into the year kind of with an idea that he was going to be a bit more of a two-way defenseman, and it looks like his offense really blossomed this year. So that's just kind of something to keep an eye on as we watch these highlights. This is a Holinka Gretzky highlight there where he just throws a puck on net and the guy wide open front is able to just bury it. There he is joining the rush. Good little play to get a backhand pass out into the slot to the wide open guy. Just a good little give and go there as he joins the rush. I like that play a lot and Belchets is able to finish it off. Belchets is a guy that we'll be watching in the near future. And here we go into the WHL season there. As puck comes back to him at the point, he's able to bury kind of a broken play there through traffic, but a good activation there to get into the play. And not the most skilled finish by any means, but definitely a good finish. Puck comes back to him at the point, and he is able to find a guy for a one-timer who does have to adjust a little bit to get the shot off. It's not quite in his wheelhouse, but it is a good little adjustment that allows the puck to come off cleanly there. Back to the point here, back to his one-timer guy. That one's a little bit more in the wheelhouse there, so definitely a better pass. But I will be a little bit critical on this because, yeah, he has to stop it up before he shoots it. It's not quite a one-timer there, but again, not too big of an issue. Good drive to the net there and a good finish. Good to see a little bit of a hard-nosed play there. Yeah, gets in on the backhand and just whacks it home. Goes 5-hole. Good little fake shot pass there to create a little bit of room for his guy in the one timer spot. Kind of creates just enough hesitation for the space to open up. And once again, good finish from that side. Once again, though, not quite in the wheelhouse. So something to kind of keep an eye on with him that might limit his ability to play in the power play at the next level is if he's not able to control those passes a little bit better. Good shot from the high slot there. Good finish. One thing you'll notice with him is the speed for sure. Like he comes in there with quite a bit of quickness, but he's able to get on his edges there and just create some time and space, get a puck through that hits a few bodies and ends up in the back of the net. Good ability to get down the wing there and create an opportunity, and then slide through the center of the ice where the puck ends up and gets back to him. So, good players, the puck will find them on the ice, and he is certainly like that, where just ends up in the right spot on the ice. Now, it does look like maybe another teammate was in a good spot for that as well, but good instinct for him to be there. Good shot through traffic there as he activates from the point. He really likes that center of the ice spot compared to some of the other defensemen we've seen like Chase Reed, who likes to get more to the top of the circle for his shooting. So that's a good pass across, but it's a little bit ill-advised, I think. As you kind of look at the lane that opens up here, like in this moment here, it looks like this is going to be wide open, and then it quickly closes off. Like it's a good. It ends up working out pretty well, but you kind of see all the sticks that it has to go through to kind of hit its mark. Now, the other thing that you'll kind of notice here is the time of the clock, actually. So that does put the play into context a little bit. That it's kind of a situation where it's like, okay, we can kind of force something. I like that he's not just shooting it on net here with no traffic because NHL goalie sees that all the way. They stop it. He's got his head up. He scans across. He sees okay, it's maybe not the best lane, but this guy's there he's got the best scoring opportunity of anybody on the ice. Like this guy's not gonna turn and shoot and beat the goaltender. This guy's behind the net. Other defenseman is kind of behind him, so maybe that might end up being the play. But he's able to kind of scan across, gets it through three sticks across the ice, maybe all four of them even. It just happens to land on the stick, and his guy's able to finish it off. So maybe good situational awareness there more than anything, and overall just really skilled play to actually make it work. But probably a bit of an ill-advised, you know, situation without that context. Good play to throw it in front for an easy deflection and tap in there. Creates space down the wall, fakes like he's shooting the whole way, which creates the open slot play there, which is a nice projectable play, I think. Good shot through traffic there on the rush. Good job to be the trailer there. Yeah, really good job to just shoot through the block there. Saves a puck at the point, and I think it's deflected in front. So a nice little broken play to finish off there. Um, Looks like it was kind of mid height deflected, so maybe you'd like him to keep that down a little bit more, but it worked out. Good release there. It shows that he can definitely jump into the rush as he has a few times here, and that went in overtime. So definitely a guy that you would like to have out on the ice in overtime just because of his speed and his ability to finish when jumping into the rush like that as a defenseman. Again, with a lot of these defensemen, I definitely have to do another shift by shift breakdown watch of a few of them just to get a better sense of their defensive game because, the offense is nice and all, but with a few of these guys that I'm going to talk about a little bit later on, like some of my early viewings of them, I just felt like they couldn't defend very well, and that will certainly impact their ability to make it at the next level, even if they're very offensively gifted. But I do remember Carl's being pretty strong on the defensive side, his positioning being really good and being a good net front battler and things like that. But I'll have to definitely have to rewatch some of those things. Interesting little passing display there. Puck comes back to them in a high circle, and he just blasts one into the back of the net there. That was a bit of a goal fest there against Denmark in the pre-tournament. That's a really good shot through traffic, just keeping it along the ice and giving it an opportunity to be played by anybody in front there, creating a bit of a scramble play. Does a good job of kind of waiting out the defenseman, so the defenseman doesn't go straight to the center of the ice to take away the shot because he does almost kind of fake like he's going to throw it back into the corner, and so the defender kind of respects that. Good shot from the top of the circle there that gets through traffic. Yeah, I do love those low shots for deflection there. Good release there. It looks like maybe deflected. Oh no, he wasn't the one who shot it. Let's just rewatch this play. So he comes in on the rush here. Looks back for the trailer. I love that play because you look at the two guys driving the net there. Like maybe there's a play to throw it on for a deflection here or for a rebound. But this guy coming in on the ice doesn't cut to the middle of the ice, so there's a fair bit of open space for the trailer coming in, who just fires it on and it is able to beat the goalie because he's able to walk in with a lot of space. Good little half slap pass there. That's in a better position, but I got to say this guy that he keeps throwing the puck to is doing a good job of kind of taking what he's giving to him, which isn't necessarily perfect angled passes, and just kind of shooting off platform a little bit. I think I like that one a little bit more. That one looked maybe a little bit more in the wheelhouse. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, he's kind of shooting off his back foot, but it's pretty solid. Again, like I'm a little worried about that because you watch the guy receiving the pass and he has to kind of stop it and cut in and he makes a good play for himself, but um, I think for him to be a really effective guy at the next level as a power play quarterback, he's going to have to tidy up those passes to the one timer. and make sure they're in the in the wheelhouse just a little bit better. Another overtime highlight here where he shows off his speed. He's able to get up in the rush and nobody's able to catch him, and it's good little hands on the finish there. I'm not typically one to evaluate how well a defender does on a breakaway because I'm not going to see them in that situation all that often. But it's nice to see that they can handle it, on the occasion that they get up there. Very confident finish. So a bit of an ill-advised play in the immediate part of this rush here, where he gets the puck and his first instinct is just to try and slide it back through here. Few things you'll see right away is one, the stick's right on the ice, so was never getting underneath there. But two, this defender's got his attacking player pretty well cornered there, um, and the defender's kind of giving him a step here. So like you're probably better off driving wide and trying to create something kind of like the previous rush where he's able to find the trailer coming in. I guess it is 4-4, so maybe you're not looking for the trailer so much, but you see your guy driving to the net there. So you can kind of create something a little bit different, but he does a good job staying with the play. The defender kind of whiffs on the retrieval after making a good play. He's able to tuck it around on a wraparound there after he sees the goalie just a little bit off the post. So not the best play by him there, but just a good job to stick with it and get a bit of a greasier goal there. So I think he's the one. Yeah, he's driving to the net there. No, he was the trailer on the or the third man in on this play. So good job of him to create some open space there as he sees the defender that has to go in with the guy driving the net, and then of course with the guy driving the net, always a good option to just shoot the puck, and he's able to beat the goaltender low on the glove side there. So I definitely like that play. Good little one timer, pops out as a good rebound to number 11, who is definitely showing his ability to shoot off platform in this video. But I really like that one timer there. The form on that was really great. Ends up being a perfect rebound. Good shot from the high slot there. Shows his ability to activate, and he gets a top shelf too. I like that play when you get in that close. I prefer the higher shot. That one deflected. It looks like on hit somebody in front. I don't think he shot it that high from the point. Must have hit a body in front there, but good play to get that on net. So it's a good breakout pass there. That's something I was thinking about earlier. Is I really want to see him making a pass like that, and that was a really good play. Stepping out from behind his net and hitting a guy at the blue line, like that's definitely a skill you want to be able to see your NHL caliber defenseman do. Once again, just activating, getting to a better scoring shot position, and it's a good finish. Let's see where this puck gets back to him here at the point, or oh, he's the one driving around the net here. Okay, okay. So he gets the puck. He's starting the rush into the zone. Let's just kind of watch as he draws one defender to him. So this is kind of more what I was saying on the previous rush, where he was coming in and he just forced a puck through that got stopped. Um, Nice to see him drive wide here. Definitely makes up for that other one a little bit more because he's able to create space. Like at this point, he's scanning. He sees he has an option at the point. He's just a little bit more patient than that because he sees two guys sliding towards him. And then if you look in front here, you see this defender who looks like he's probably a forward defending here because he's looking out at the point. So he's thinking about the fact that he's got to get out there. But it's that one little moment of hesitation where he doesn't look back to see the defender or the attacker coming behind him that Carls is able to evaluate just this tiny little bit of space in between these two guys and fire a puck right into the slot that is easily finished by his attacking player. So that's a really good activation there, and a good ability to an extend a play where he was kind of in alone. That one looks like it was deflected in front, but a good job to just get a low puck on net. And yeah, that was meant to be a deflection all the way. That actually reminds me a little bit of a play that we talked about in the previous, or one of the previous videos with Chase Reed, where Chase Reed was kind of coming down the half wall, evaluating his options, and just kind of fired a shot on that happened to be a rebound and popped into the net. But there was a guy in the high slot who had his stick available for a pass, and in this case, you know, he sees that, he evaluates that there's a guy there who can. So he just shoots the puck right at the guy's stick, right in front, and is able to pop it over the goalie. So that's a really projectable play at the next level. Good little backhand pass created by some great skating there. Yeah, really good play there. Gets it over to Ty Sparks, one of the guys I like to look at for the second round this year. That's a good play just to kind of get it out of danger. You see, it's a 5-on-3, so as soon as that puck comes out to him, he knows that there's a lot of space available. As soon as he like, you can't think too much when you have a guy right on you on a 5-on-3. You just got to pop it over to somebody because you know like two out of the five guys on the ice are going to be open. So as soon as he gets there, just pops it over, wide open play. Hurlbert's able to just walk in and rip one into the back of the net on the 5-on-3. Probert, another guy that I want to talk about soon because I'm definitely high on him. That was a pretty good pass through, through the seam there to get it to Periskak. Definitely a guy you want to get it on the stick of frequently. Great shot. Good little walk in there again. Not too much to say about that play. Just a good opportunity to activate and be a part of the offense. See if he joins as the trailer here. Yeah, he does. And first shot didn't go in. Looks like maybe went off the post, but rebound goes in. Um, yeah, I mean, I think most times he probably buries that on the initial shot. Yeah, just right off the crossbar. But again, once just a really good activation from him. Love that shot. I love that. I mean, not much you can do as a goaltender there with a guy who's stepping into a slap shot at the point with that much traffic in front and keeps it low like that. That's very projectable for the next level. Good activation there, showing his speed, using a little bit of physicality, slides a puck in front that it just ends up in the back of the net. So, once again, maybe a play where I'd like to see him go around the net. Happens to work out. I mean, they do say just get pucks on net however you can, and it does look like maybe Funk was in a spot to potentially receive a pass if it does get through, but maybe one where you just delay a little bit more at the next level. It's like a deflection on his shot, ends up a rebound, ends up at the back of the net. Okay, so once again, like not my favorite pass from him. Um, Comes to him as a rolling puck, I think, a little bit. Yeah, he doesn't really settle it very well. Like it ends up going into the back of the net. But if puck comes back to you like that and you have that much time, you'd probably like him to just stop it, slide it across as a bit of a better pass, and when it lands flat on the stick for the one timer, usually works out a little bit better than a kind of a knuckle puck there that Gizondo had to hit. That was a really great play to create some space there. I actually want to definitely look at that one again. So slides down the wall. So love to see that activation there as he comes in. Um, let's just go a little bit further here. So at this point, kind of looking at his options. He sees he's blown past his defender. this defender has come all the way to the wall to take away the half wall or the goal line guy. Um, and good recognition by Carls to see, wow, that means there's a lot of open space in here. And not an easy play to make from this position, but he digs his skate in and he gets right in like that. Like that is a hard play to make. You really have to be on your edges to be able to cut in like that. Creates a lot of space for himself. At this opportunity, like you've noticed, like this guy's come off the wall to stick with you. So that almost creates another opportunity down low, but he does hold on the puck a little bit longer. He comes out in front. Goalie has to really respect the shot here. This player here slides in to try and take away the shot if Carls gets around this defender and comes to the top of the slot, which now creates all this space for the winger coming down the wall here, and he's able to slide that across for a nice little easy backdoor play. So that was a really great play to watch, and something that if he's able to utilize that at the next level, that could make him a real weapon. Like I said, like I think the biggest key with Carl's and what defines him and his ability is definitely his skating ability, because there's a lot to like about his ability to shoot the puck as a defenseman from the point. Like I love the way he does that. Like I said too, I think the passing definitely like the one timer passing needs some work. But it's his ability to use his skating to create open space, and that's another good example of it. There is just activating right into the right spot there to take a high slot shot. That's what's going to set him apart from other prospects in this draft. Like he might be the best skating defenseman available, and then the offense to go with it is really just kind of puts it all together for him. Um, Definitely a lot of room to grow as an offensive defenseman, and I think definitely if the defense comes along really well, like that he's just going to be a really solid contributor at the next level. It's just going to be a matter of putting it all together, and I don't necessarily think the ceiling is like super high. I think that ideal situation for him might just end up being a really high quality second pair defenseman. Um, there's like aspects of his game that remind me a lot of like Thomas Chabot, for example, in Ottawa, and I think he's really found a great role as a high end second pair guy who doesn't have to attack the top lines of other teams every night, and who kind of makes a living off of being a really good second power play unit kind of guy. Good finish on the rush there. Good again, like it's just that ability to identify when to jump up like that is really key. And then having the soft finish like that. It's good. Gets his head up and right on the tape for that rush there too. Not much to that play, but good passing on display there. Okay, so that's a better pass actually. I was talking about how I wanted to see some better passes to the wheelhouse. That one looked like it was right in the wheelhouse. Yeah, definitely better. See if he does it again there. Yep, that one's in the wheelhouse. It almost looked like he half hit it though when he got it. Like he wasn't ready for it. Ends up in the back of the net all the same. Again, that's that activating slap shot from the point where he really steps into it. That is going to be a weapon at the next level if he learns how to really do that consistently. Because that's either going to create a rebound, go in, or it might hit off the end boards, and which it might have on that play and created a great scoring chance there. That was okay. So that wasn't him with the finish, but he leads the rush on that one. I think he more just kind of loses the puck off his stick there, but it's a good job to bring a lot of attackers to him that creates some space for the guy following up to get a puck into the back of the net. and really good hands there to get through two defenders who are right on him. Um, Potentially, if they take the body there, they have a little bit more success, but they're not really in a position to do so. So I think he's pretty solid on that play, where you could see him, pulling off a similar thing at the next level and a really good finish. So I like that play to pop it out into the slot there. It doesn't look like there's a lot of space there, but you don't really need a lot of space to make it happen. So yeah, that will be all the highlights on Carson Carls there. So definitely an interesting prospect to watch. I think as far as left-handed defensemen go, he's probably the most valuable one available. I do really like Albert Smiths as well, so we'll be talking about him soon. He has a bit more of the pro level experience, so that'll be definitely an interesting aspect to talk about with him. I think talking about landing spots with Carl's has been a little bit tricky for me because I keep landing on him going to like St. Louis at 11. Um, I think that the only team that's really desperately looking for left-handed defensemen in the top 10 is potentially Florida, and that's more of a situation where it's like they have so much skill all around their lineup that they're just kind of looking for the guy that's going to make the biggest impact with them. And I'll talk about this with Smiths, but I think that he fits their style so well and what they're looking for that I don't know that they're necessarily looking for a guy like Carson Carls. But I definitely could see him going there. I could see him going to the Rangers as well, depending on what they're really looking for in this draft. I think that they're just looking for an infusion of talent in any way they can look for it. So I think whoever the best player available on their board is, it's just whoever's going to go there. I don't think there's going to be too much positional talk with them. So yeah, definitely let me know if there's any other players that you want me to talk about in future videos. I'm gonna try and get through, the majority of my first round players in order, and then we're just gonna kind of sporadically look through some of the interesting prospects that I think might fall out of the first round. So definitely subscribe and like the video, and check out Prospect Shifts. They're a fantastic channel for evaluating prospects and watching highlights and shift by shift breakdowns. And yeah, subscribe, and we'll get some more videos out like this over the next few weeks until the draft.